I like the Daily Crucible because it's a paper that makes me think. It's extraordinarily well written, and I find its political coverage unrivaled in sheer depth.
Mr. Stringer, can we keep to the point, please?
Yes, sorry, am I going to resign? Certainly not. The Daily Crucible and myself are here to stay. Make no mistake about that.
Papers, papers, give us your daily due. Papers, papers, we'll tell you what's the news. Just buy your papers, papers, we'll tell you what's the news. Get by your papers.
The Daily Crucible was set up 18 months ago by a private business consortium with a mission to print the absolute truth, free from bias and free from distortion. It was a recipe for economic disaster. Circulation figures and advertising revenue were so abysmal that within weeks the entire enterprise was being labelled the product of a diseased mind. Then, 3 months later, came a sensation. Deeply upset by allegations of the paper's poor news coverage, the Crucible's editor, Humphrey Brassett, threw himself out of his office window. The event made front-page headlines in every national newspaper except the Crucible, which missed the story. The paper's new editor, Harry Stringer, once named by a leading woman's magazine the dullest man in Britain, was unable to stop the rot. And this week, the signs are that the paper's backers may have to give way and sell up.
There are known to be several parties interested in buying up the Crucible, but the favourite must surely be this man, Terence Twiggy Rathbone, Chairman and Managing Director of the multi-million-pound Rat House International Corporation. Mr. Rathbone's business empire is already vast by any standards, but he has never yet fulfilled his long-cherished ambition to acquire a Fleet Street daily. By this time next week, that dream may well have become a reality.
No, I can't talk about takeovers now. I've got a newspaper to bring out. Bloody press. Come in.
It's just a quick one, is it, Harry? I'm halfway through an unnatural act in a lavatory.
Sit down, Greg. I've had a letter of complaint from a Mrs. Edna Spurling, who works as housekeeper at the home of Lady Deborah Harrington Scott in Chelsea.
Oh, yes?
She says yesterday morning, just after Lady Deborah had gone out shopping, she received a visit from a rather greasy-looking character who claimed to be from the North Thames Gas Board. Without waiting to be asked, the man pushed his way into the bedroom and began rummaging through the drawers. Challenged on this, he said some gas had escaped and he was trying to find it.
Bizarre little story.
While we're on the subject of bizarre little stories, Greg, Prince Andrew's new girlfriend wears kinky black suspenders, and that's official. Dishy Deborah Harrington Scott, it was revealed today, has an extensive wardrobe of saucy unmentionables, including sinful French knickers and frilly lace garters, guaranteed to give any young prince a royal flush. How can you write this salacious odium?
Well, I suppose it's a gift. Anyhow, if you'll excuse me...
I'm not standing for it any longer, Greg. I've had enough. The time has come for the parting of the ways.
I see. You've made your mind up, have you?
I have.
Oh. Well, I'll be sorry to see you go, Harry. You're a bloody good editor.
I'm not going anywhere, Greg. You are. It's all in there. Now take it and leave my office. Go. Harry Stringer. What? When? Oh, my God, no.
This is a great day for Fleet Street, gentlemen. Under the new ownership of Rat House International, the Daily Crucible will go from strength to strength, embodying the noble traditions of free speech and the unrestricted flow of information for all.
Mr. Rathbone.
No further comment. This is no ego trip for me, gentlemen. I like to keep a low profile. Of course, there will be changes. But change is the crankshaft in the drive for progress. And talking of crankshaft, what can I say about Harry Stringer here? One of the finest newsmen of his generation. During his time as editor, the Crucible has gone from bad to worse. The share of the market has plunged to an all-time low. But does he get downhearted? Does he go around snivelling and whining about it? Of course he does. Because he's a human being just like you and me, who cares. And that's why, as from today, I'm upgrading you, Harry. You'll be taking over the brand new post of Executive Managing Editor. Surprised?
Oh, well, I don't really know what to say.
Finally, gentlemen, I want you to rest assured that I shall confine my involvement on the Crucible to affairs of management only. I don't hold with megalomaniac press barons who try and stamp their politics on a newspaper. Flourish! The Crucible must retain its independence, and that's why I've appointed as the new editor Mr. Russell Spam, a man whose name is synonymous with integrity in journalism.
Russell Spam? I don't think any of us has ever heard of Russell.
Spam's worked miracles on some of my African titles. He's a man after my own heart. I think you'll like him. As a matter of fact, he ought to be here by now. If you'll excuse me, I'll just go and see where he's got to.
Well, congratulations on becoming Executive Managing Editor.
Oh, thank you, Max.
What exactly does an Executive Managing Editor do?
Well, basically, I'll be, well, it'll be my job to...
Gentlemen, I don't believe we've met.
I'm sorry?
Spam's the name. Russell Spam. I just passed Twiggy on the way in. He had to rush off before the bank closed. Rest assured, everyone, that I shall take up this job just where you left off. Your newspaper couldn't be in safer hands. Get me cattle dinners, Jean Bread.
My God, I'm dreadfully sorry.
Harry, come in. It's no change of plan. Trumps in admin gave me an office without a bathroom. We've had to fix you up with somewhere temporary. It's not ideal, but, well, we'll push for space.
Oh, dear. Where have you put me? In the lift? Extension. I used to be the editor, but now I've been promoted to Executive Managing Editor. Well, I'm responsible for the, well, basically my job now is to... Can I call you back?
Well, there's the Israeli push into the Bekaa Valley. 500 dead, according to agency reports.
Have we got a man in the war zone?
Jeff Tyndall's in Riyadh. I could put him straight on a plane for Lebanon.
With great respect, gentlemen, this is the Daily Crucible, not the Beirut Bugle. If I want to see Jewish atrocities, I can go and watch Sammy Davis Jr. People in Britain want to know what's happening here, now. The Crucible is a limp organ. It needs pepping up.
I'm sorry, Russell, I can't agree. The Crucible's function is to provide a serious, in-depth analysis of world affairs.
Independent of external constraints.
Yes.
Where the editor has complete unfettered control.
Certainly.
Free from interference from busybody executives.
Absolutely.
So, it's agreed then, what this paper needs is new blood. Someone who can turn out copy like this story in today's Sun. Palace Playmate sports sexy sizzlers. Exposed. The undercover secrets of Royal Romeo's perv gear princess. Prince Andrew's new girlfriend wears kinky black suspenders, and that's official. But do you know where the Sun got this nugget of gold? From a freelance called Greg Kettle. Well, gentlemen, that reporter is a freelance no longer. I've snapped him up for a 6-figure sum to come and work for us.
You're not serious.
I don't hang about, Harry. Life's too short. Lady Deborah's the hottest thing on newsprint at the moment, and Kettle's the man to come up with the goods. I've sent him out this morning to Switzerland to cover the royal skiing holiday. I don't think he'll let us down.
Oui, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Oh, good evening, Madam Press. I'm looking for somewhere to spend the night.
There is no room here. Try the Hotel Saint-Just.
Now, the Hotel Saint-Just is full up. It's being used as a base by gossip columnists from Der Spiegel.
Then the Place de Montagne next
Oh, that's
door.
full up as well. Paris Match, Newsweek, and the Bridlington Mercury got there first. Everywhere's full. Now, I'm sure you wouldn't refuse accommodation to a member of Her Majesty's press.
You cannot possibly stay in my chalet.
I appreciate your concern for my welfare, but I've slept in worse squalor than this. Oh, I'll just move this out of the way. An elderly person might fall out.
That is my lodger. He is very old.
Oh, well, he'll grow out of it in due course. Now then, you will, of course, be recompensed for this inconvenience. The British press is not without honour. Invoice to our accounts department. They'll come to an arrangement.
Den of sex, dentists, appointments with lust. Atom leak mum in Boy George Mercy Dash. Toupees cause cancer, it's a fact.
Of course you're concerned, Harry. It's only natural. The concern is the squashed hedgehog on the road to recovery. Russell's got his finger on the pulse. It's not for me to interfere.
I think I'd feel a lot happier, sir, if you could clarify exactly what are my responsibilities as executive managing editor.
You're the top dog, Harry.
Yes. But what actually is my job?
Your job, Harry, is to... Oh, excuse me just one moment. Ah, Russell, everything under control. I've just been talking to Harry. Harry? Harry who? Harry Stringer. Oh, yes. One of the finest newsmen of his generation, sir. I agree, Russell. The man's a legend. Exactly. But I think something's bothering him. Maybe I should have a word, sir. Put his mind at rest. Would you, Russell? Certainly, sir. I'd appreciate it if you could do that. Harry! How's it going? Come back to the office and we'll talk.
And as if all that wasn't bad enough, Russell, this afternoon I was flicking through the news desk diary and I found this. Under December the 23rd, exactly 9 months from today, it says, Royal Baby, question mark. Well, what does it mean, Russell?
Yes? I'm waiting for an explanation, Lady Deborah.
Explanation?
For this unwarranted intrusion into my personal privacy.
What gives you the right to break into hotel rooms and spy on girls in their underwear?
It's called the freedom of the press. It's what distinguishes our society from those of Eastern Europe.
You people are the filth of the earth.
It's a school of thought, I'll grant you.
Go on, get out of my room. Out!
doing, young
Go
lady?
on, out!
Push me.
Get out of my room!
I'll have you up before the press comes.
Out! And the rest of you. Your editors don't care about this.
Do you do it in your bed or in his? Yes. Catchline, Wildcat. In a brutal and totally unprovoked attack yesterday, Society sex kitten Deborah Harrington Scott, Blob, punched me viciously in the stomach, point. Blob produced a knuckle duster and socked me on the jaw, point. Blob broke a small soup tureen over my head, comma, screaming, quotes, F for Freddy, dash, 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 off. You greasy little W, dash, 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 dash. dash. Exclamation marks. Close quotes. New part. A palace spokesman denied that Lady Deborah has a history of heavy drinking.
Hey, front page, Max. What have we got for tomorrow?
East-West Summit, 200 dead in Soweto.
No, I'm not talking about down-page figures, Max. But front. We've had our beating up reporters. What can we do for a follow-up? Sex scandal would just fit across 5 columns.
Wasn't Harry meant to be coming to this meeting, Russell?
Harry who?
Harry Stringer.
Well, probably got detained somewhere. You know, I think that we should... Spam! Harry who? Harry, where are you? Stuck? Between floors? Well, that's terrible, Harry, just terrible. Still, can't be helped. Try pressing the alarm button. Bye. Listen, I think I've got one. Pornographic videos.
Pornographic videos?
Can you imagine the sensation if we revealed that during her days as a model, Lady Deborah once took part in a porno movie?
If print lies like that, we'll all end up in the tower.
They can't sue us for publishing malicious rumours in good faith.
Rumours? I haven't heard any rumours.
All right, listen to this one. Some filth merchant in Soho is peddling sex films with Lady Deborah in them.
Is he?
It could be. We print a couple of blurred stills of a naked girl on the job and ask, is it or isn't it? The Crucible says no. We condemn this evil and disgusting slander. There's your front lead, Max. Lady Deb in Blue Movie Queen quiz. Royals rocked by shop porn's dawn. The Queen forbids them to meet again. We're off to the races. Hardcore heartbreak for Playboy Prince. Bear all antics. Spike royal love fling. You know, we're going to have to get maintenance to do something about these lifts.
That feels good, Nancy. I wish I had nipples like yours, Jane.
Hey, looks like we're just in time.
What's this one called again?
Oh, Christ knows, they're all beginning to look the same now. Red Hot Nymphos from Rangoon.
Hey! What are you guys doing on my kitchen table?
Hold it down, Max. Pull it back.
What are you guys doing on my kitchen table? What are you guys doing on my kitchen table? What are you guys doing on my kitchen table?
Freeze it!
It's nothing like her.
Slightly out of focus. Bit of airbrushing. Andy! Get a photographer in here. We just found our front page picture.
Right, Russell, so ideally what we're looking for is Royals cancel skiing trip and rush home to deal with porno scandal. I'll see what I can do. Bye. I'll have some more toast, if you've got it. And can you get me another cup of tea? This one's got a piece of string in it. You know, your face looks familiar. You weren't landlord of the Amschimmel Beer Garden at the time of the 76 Munich massacre, by any chance? Now, what was that man's name,
Khrushchev. Nikita Khrushchev.
No, began with a D. Yes, he had a very novel way of writing his name in the froth. I used to amuse the ladies. What name did you say?
Khrushchev.
Khrushchev? He was leader of Russia, wasn't he?
1953 to 1964. And then came the discreditation. Kosygin, Brezhnev, they were always hungry for power.
What are you on about?
The Supreme Soviet did what it could to bury my name. My death was a fiction. The body was Gromyko's bull terrier. 15 years I've lived here. If they only know.
I just had a call from Harry, Russell. He tells me you've been sailing close to the wind on this royal story. If I've upset Harry Stringer, I'm a boil on face journalism, sir. I hereby tender my resignation. That's a fine, noble gesture, Russell. But I can't. I'll give you one more chance. I'll try to be worthy of it, sir.
Oh, look here, this ludicrous charade has gone on quite long. I thought I'd find you both in here. And look at this front page, Russell. I mean, they'll skin us alive. They'll take us for every penny we've got.
Russell, this statement's just been issued by Lady Deborah's solicitors.
My God, what did I tell you? We're finished. Listen to this. We write with reference to your front page article today, alluding to an appearance by Lady Deborah Harrington Scott in a video production titled Red Hot Nymphos from Rangoon. The aforesaid article has caused deep distress and embarrassment to our client, and we hereby formally serve notice of the following. 1, that our client only took part in the above film because of her adverse financial position. 2, that she has subsequently appeared in no other similar productions, and 3, that she hereinafter has agreed to terminate her relationship with His Royal Highness to spare the latter's family further embarrassment.
Sensational, Max! Clear the centre spread. Front 3 and 5. We'll get a town on this one. Great work, Russell. I knew you could do it. Was there anything else you wanted, Harry?
Well, yes. Yes, there is. I'm just about sick and tired of all the...
Spam! What? Who? Well, the man's been dead for years. Greg, what are you talking about?
I'm telling you, Russell, it's him. Oh, hang on just a second. What do you want?
What's all this rumour about a porno video?
I can't tell you. It's exclusive. Oh. Look, I'm sorry. I'll see you later.
What's going on? Got a bird in there?
What? Yes, I have. Yes, I'm in flagranti with a stunning alpine temptress. Goes like a rocket.
Are you going to come and finish this before it gets cold?
Russell, look, I can't talk anymore. The place is swarming with reporters.
Crucial. My God, if it's true, bring him back here at once, Greg. I don't care what it takes. Crucible struck gold again, Harry. This could be the biggest thing since Lazarus. Darling, what were you saying before? Papers, give us your daily dues. Papers, we'll tell you what's the news. On any page you'll find disaster, servant killing off his master, and a story with some sordid sex appeal. Someone's secrets we have grabbed, famous bags that we have stabbed. Now you wonder why